Now, getting to the key piece about how we communicate as a group. So one of the things you find is that if there's 4 or 5 people who are responsible for the same squad of athletes, if you don't have clearly defined athletes you're looking after, there's a chance that 2 or 3 of you might touch base with the same athlete. And in some circumstances, that might not be the worst thing, but I think in terms of utilizing your time well and not bugging the individual athlete, making sure that you understand maybe who's actioning certain items. So whether it's someone's responsible for actioning certain variables, maybe fatigue or sleep or stress, or whether it's just seeing a flag and being the first one to jump on it, being able to communicate that you've actually said something to the athlete or contacted them. So one of the things that we've got here is we've got this thing called department notes. And what this allows us to do, it allows us to indicate who has followed up with this athlete. So right now we're only doing this on a week, in our version here, we're doing this on a week-to-week basis, but you could actually apply this in a daily setting if you wanted. So that based on a flag that appeared, so say we've got our fatigue flag here, you could actually say as a performance coach or as part of the medical that, you know, you've touched base with this athlete, you followed up, they're not sleeping well, you've given them some feedback. And that's a really critical piece. But the other part of that is if you don't have a central system where everyone has access to that information, and that's going back to, having that consistency across the group in terms of data. If you don't have that information, then you might, again, follow up after someone's already done that. So having a dashboard or a central point where everyone's able to put their notes and say, I followed up with athlete 1, made sure that their fatigue flag was sorted today. And that way you can very easily refer to that note. And if you find that no one's actioned it, you can then follow up with them. Obviously that requires as well that everyone enters their notes, but having a mechanism to do that is very important.